Today was my heavy leg day, and I decided to switch it up. Normally, on like my heavier days, like the high volume days, I usually do back squats. Today, I did heavy front squats, which absolutely killed me. So, like, my shoulder mobility is getting better, and you may see it here, but when I get down into the hole, it literally feels like my core is collapsing. And I also have something to say about core for the Romanian deadlifts near the end, but like out of the hole there, it looks good with lighter weight, but when I start to add heavier weight, it just absolutely kills me. So today I did 95, so 25 on each side for 5, 135 for 5, 185 for 5, and then 225 for 3, and then 245 for 5, I believe. I try to do 5 by 3. I only got 5 by 2 because I ended up failing because it was just too heavy. I honestly don't think it's heavy on my legs because, like, by the end of the set, it's like I can barely breathe, not because of the bar being on my neck, but I can barely breathe just because I'm so fatigued from my core. So, like, it's like almost like it's a cardio for me, basically, kind of. I did frog pumps in between, so I did have good knee alignment for these back squats. So even at the end, I did do 5 sets total, working sets, but at the very end, you'll see me do 225, and my knees look really good out of the hole, and I feel it like in my glutes. So I'm just gonna continue with those frog pumps in between and try to help alleviate some of that knee cave. But even with this 185, like I don't know if you could see it in my face, but I was like, it was like, wow, this is heavy. And then when I picked up 245, it like I almost had that like thought in my mind, like, okay, you know what? Maybe I won't get this, but I did. I ended up getting it for like two. I wouldn't even say 2 sets. One set, one good set. This 225 looks really good. Look at my knees out of the hole. There's just no knee cave, which is amazing because I've been struggling with that. But I've also been getting leaner, so I don't know what I weigh right now, but I should definitely check soon. It's really just a numbers game with the calories, guys. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to lose weight or want to lose weight, but tracking your calories is probably the best way to go. I have a food scale in my room, and I usually have just been eating oatmeal and then like meat from the dining hall. Not gonna lie, the dining hall food here is very unhealthy, and I'm sure that's why a lot of schools and a lot of kids end up gaining a lot of weight in college is because they don't know how to handle themselves once they have like buffet meals all in front of them. But this is my first working set. It looks pretty decent. I don't even see that much knee cave throughout, but towards the end of this set, you'll see my knees start caving in. So I don't know what I could really do to help alleviate that because these are front squats, which would be more just quad dominant. I may just need to increase my strength with them, but man, I didn't think I was going to get that last rep. And this one, I actually did not end up getting my last rep. Elbows look really high here. They do sink a little, so you see that almost towards the bottom? They sink a little bit, but look at that. They're pretty high, I would think. I think I have been getting better shoulder mobility, at least I feel like. But my core is obviously a weak point. It's always been. Usually when I've been squatting, the first thing to go is my core. I start rounding a bit. So here it just felt like my chest was caving, and then this rep, I get to the hole and I'm like, all right, it's not coming up. And then just dropped it. And I just had to sit. I was so tired. Like I said, like it's like I'm out of breath this entire time. It's so hard to explain, but uh, I did 225 to get the good set there, and then here I did my last set, which is 225 for 5, just to finish off the set. And yeah, that looked pretty good, but like it was killing me. You could see it in my face if it's killing me or not. But after this set, I ended up doing 2 sets of back squats, which felt really good. Um, no knee cave, really just feeling in my glutes. I'm glad I got that. And yeah, I have midterms next week. I already talked about that, and then I have 4 days off of school. So starting next Wednesday is my last day of school for the week. So I have Thursday and Friday off. So I can definitely work on some editing there. I know my friends have talked about a possible trip to New York, but I don't know if that's solidified, but I may do that. Back to the diet again. Sorry, I cut it off, but yeah, people getting leaner and losing weight is definitely a struggle for some people, but I just feel like it's just how they allocate their calories to what they eat. And I actually have a weight loss like tip program sheet on this channel, if you guys go to my channel and then like the About tab, you can see like what I wrote. I think I wrote it last December about how to lose weight. So believe it or not, I used to be pretty lean. That's what I want to get back down to. It's like I want to look athletic. Not that being a little chubby makes you not look athletic, because you could be athletic and chubby, but it's like I want to have a good looking physique. And I know some people have asked me like, oh, are you into like Olympic lifting, or are you into like bodybuilding or powerlifting? But honestly, I think I'm more into like Olympic and bodybuilding, to be honest. I want to look good and perform good as well. And I know they overlap, and you get to a point sometimes where you have to sacrifice one for the other. And that's like the same with cardio and lifting, is you can only get so big before you start decreasing your gains for cardio, or you can only get so good at cardio before you start decreasing your gains for cardio. But that's just a little bit about what I've been on. So I would not be surprised if my squat starts going down. But in all honesty, if my squat goes down, but I'm losing weight, and all I need to start doing is just comparing relatives. So if I'm like 180 now, doing 335 or 355, and then I get down to 165, 170, and I'm still doing 355, I've obviously actually increased my strength just because of my body weight change, and the strength stayed the same. But that probably wouldn't happen like that, because cutting weight always, you get tired, you get more fatigue, you don't recover as fast, and even just a mental state, you may want to eat certain foods and then you don't perform as well. But going to Romanian deadlifts and core, I think I mentioned that in the beginning. I was going to go back to core. This set of Romanian deadlifts, I started to feel a lower back pump, similar to what Ivan was talking about. I know in some of his videos he's talked about lower back pump during deadlifts, or lower back pump during, I think, even squats or Romanian deadlifts. But I don't know where it came from, but I started to then just flex my core, and it felt a lot better. So that's one thing I forget about in the deadlift, is about how important core strength is. Because like in the squat, it's just ingrained in my mind to do it, but for deadlifts, I feel like I don't do it as hard as I should have, and it definitely helps out of the hole. Like when you flex your stomach or you flex your abs against your legs, it almost like inflates you up even a little bit. Like it'll help you get the bar off the ground just off that. But next deadlift session, I'm definitely gonna work on my core strength, work on that. As for the editing the day in the life video, I worked on it last night. It takes so long to find out how to edit things and how I want it, because I have a vision of like what I want it to be, but executing that and me not knowing the specifics on how to edit, how to add titles, how to add transitions, how to add pictures, how to make the pictures look good, like all of that, it really just affects how fast I'm doing this. So last night I spent a lot of time just on YouTube researching how to do that, how to edit, how to transition, how to do these things. So I am working on it. You guys I know I keep saying you gotta just give me more time, but I hope for it to be the best, but I know it'll come out mediocre. But I think as long as I just stick with it, similar to what I've been doing with this, is I stick with it and then find what works for me, find what doesn't, and just keep going. Because like when I first started these, I was just doing shorts, no commentary, with the front of my camera in my garage and dress shoes, right? So I think if I just start back with bare bones with the dress shoes, but for editing, I could definitely work on that and get much better. I've been using Canva for my thumbnails. I don't think I'm gonna do a thumbnail in this video. One of my friends recommended it, and I'm glad. Like I take all your recommendations, but there's just something about the thumbnail that just doesn't sit right with me. I feel like there's a certain aesthetic without the blur, like the big bright day 145 or day this, day that, or like exclamation marks and arrows. Like I feel like I'm just gonna go back to the basics of the regular thumbnail. Although for the vlogs and stuff, if I end up doing those day in the lives and other videos, I may add that, but it will have its own context, because these I feel like are more personal. These videos, I feel they're more like journals of my day, of what I'm thinking today, of like what I'm going through today. And I don't think I need more clickbait titled BS, but that's just for me. This video conveniently is going to end at 10 minutes. I don't know how it came like that, but it just did. My splits today, I felt really tight as usual, but sinking through, I get to like an end point. It's like the same end point. I don't know if you've seen me be stretching like this for a long time, but I cannot get past this point. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a great day.